Right then, it's a quick walk around video for that simply stunning Lexus. This is an RC300 hybrid and it's the F Sport model. 2016 car with 73,000 miles on the clock, finished in this beautiful metallic blue with a contrasting tan leather interior. The car is stunning in every way, beautifully looked after. I'll go around the front of it for you. It could be launched today, this car, and still look good. Front of the car, lights and lenses clear, intact, there's no cracks or condensation there. Bonnet generally, for the age and mileage, incredibly clean really. There's got to be a stone chip there somewhere, but nothing that's jumping out. Near side, wonderfully smooth down the flanks, no car parking indentations. Near side front alloy, the one that's closest to the curb, and it's done very well over its years because it's only got some minor curbing on the outside edge. Main spokes are all very nice. Work again, very good. Near side rear, again, very nice condition. 3/4, nice and clean, stunning looking. 3/4 angles, again, very clean. Offside, driver side, as with the near side, just wonderfully smooth down the flanks. Offside rear alloy. Can't see any marks of any note in there at all. Remaining panel work, lovely. And final alloy, again just some very minor curbing on the outside edge, but for the age and mileage, as I said, the car is extraordinarily clean. Just coming to the boot, really good sized boot, beautifully finished as you expect of any Lexus. This one, as you can see, benefits there from the load liner, and obviously got the luggage net there as well. Carpeted area underneath it, looks like new. Just come to the back, electric seat moves forward automatically when you come in. I mean, these are a 2+2 coupe, but you're going to have to be very small on the legs to fit in there. It's coming in on the passenger side. Beautifully clean passenger seat, virtually unblemished. Coming on the driver's side, door card, beautifully clean. Some of the footwell areas. There is a full set of original Lexus mats which I've completely forgotten to put in the car, and they're in lovely condition, but they do come with the car. Driver's seat for the age, any wear is minor. So inside the car, engine's running, dashboard illuminated as you can see, which is simply stunning still after all this time. Sat nav working exactly as it should. Pop the car into reverse, you've got that lovely clear parking camera which complements the front and rear parking sensors. Coming down just to see what a beautiful design and how beautifully it's been kept as well. And that's the view you get as a driver of one of these cars. Absolutely lovely, 73,737 miles. Let's pop the car into sport mode, and there you can see the more sporty rev counter that comes on instead of the energy meter or whatever they call it. But it is a very special car, this. Lovely condition. So inside the car now, that's right. Owner's manual and locking wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Lexus RC300 hybrid, and it's the F Sport model. The car's registered SO16XMM, and with a mileage of 73,729 recorded. The reason for all of our videos, and especially this bit, the road test section, is just to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of the cars we're selling, they get to see the very car in the adverts actually in operation. The reason is that, like lots of people, we've been to see cars which have looked, perfectly good in a photograph or a description, but only to get them find out it's actually got an obvious fault that shows up when you drive the car, which can be hugely frustrating, of course, if you've driven any kind of distance. Road test, by the way, is also done on these very quiet country roads. This beautiful part of Gloucestershire. This actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, with the hope being it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself should you go on and drive in the car. So come to the car, been very well looked after. Push button starts, engine starts instantly, quietly, usually in battery mode, so it's utterly silent. For those, and I'm sure there's very few out there now that don't already know, this is a self-charging hybrid system. Basically, it means you're going to drive, own, run the car just like a normal petrol car. So there's no kind of weird anxiety to have to get over about charging, range, all that kind of stuff. All you're going to do is get low on fuel, stand at a petrol pump rather smugly for a couple of minutes, and be on your way. The battery for the hybrid replenishes itself every time you back off the throttle and hit the brake pedal, so it never goes flat in that sense. It's kept in its sweet spot by the engine. The whole thing, the way it works together, is engineering genius. Not only in the fact that it's incredibly tough and reliable over huge mileages, but also the fact that the interaction between the engine, the electric, where it switches from one to the other or has them both working together, is all but seamless. It's incredible. It's also very, very effective. The way it operates, sorry, it's just the parking sensor. It's kicking off. The way it operates, it gives you this incredibly smooth power delivery. So when you put your foot to go pull away like now, yeah, you can hear the engine, but it's very quiet, cruising at motorway speeds, stunningly refined. But the interaction between the engine, the hybrid, and the gearbox, which is CVT, is perfection. It basically means you've got nothing jars, nothing grates, nothing. When you come to a stop in a not conventional petrol or diesel or hybrid car, not hybrid, but two or four mentioned, sometimes the gearboxes, conventional ones, can be indecisive, a bit like now. It can't quite work out whether to be first or second gear to pull away. This one, no fluff, no fluster, probably on battery alone. It's just so smooth. So stop, start traffic, city driving, town driving, traffic jams, manoeuvring forward and back, there's nothing quite like it. It's absolutely brilliant. Worth pointing out, no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. Temperature gauge running at just under a half, between half and a third, which is exactly what it's meant to be on a Lexus car. It's a wonderful piece of engineering. Moving on to the steering chassis, I've had two of these in my time. I love the drive of the cars. What it gives you, the steering, well, first and foremost, the track's dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed, or any speed actually up to the legal limit. Likewise, the suspension is utterly silent. There's no clonks, no rattles, nothing. But when you do go through corners like that, just pick up the speed, beautifully weighted, accurate steering, pinpoint accurate. Obviously, because it's rear-wheel drive, there's nothing tugging at the steering wheel to kind of pollute its inputs or the feedback it gives you. But the weighting's exactly right, the ratio's exactly right, because it's quick without unsettling the car, but it's not slow in any way. And the suspension, which gives you this wonderfully comfortable ride, beautifully judged, also manages to deliver really fluid handling through the corners. I've always said with the RC and the ISs, actually, I just think they hit a lovely sweet spot. Because if you want something out and out mega sporty, BMW 3 Series Coupe, M, this, that, or the other, brilliant cars, wonderful, for the right circumstance. What they don't do is ride like this over this pitted surface. They're jarring, they're harder, they're more unyielding. Yet this can do 95% of what they can do in terms of handling. And I just think it's a better compromise for the majority of people, but not everyone. I get that, completely get it. But for me, it's just a wonderfully set up car. Brakes on the car, by the way, are superb, powerful. There's no pulsing, no vibrations coming back through the brake pedals, so all in fine order. And then we come inside. The first thing you notice when you get in, apart from the fact it looks fantastic in here, is the build quality. We're talking about a car that's now coming up to 10 years old, done 73,000 miles. There's no squeaks, there's no rattles. It's just a solid, hewn from stone car. But what it is also, it's just a lovely place to sit as a driver and a passenger. The colour combination in here, I think, is just beautiful, and it works with the blue exterior perfectly.
But unlike so many cars, when you read the marketing blurb and they say you're kind of in a cockpit feeling, it's all this kind of stuff, and you know it's such a tosh, it isn't real. This, you do genuinely feel very intimate with the car in a good way. The dash layout is not only bold in terms of design, it's brilliant in terms of execution and ergonomically. The sat-nav up there all by itself, nice and simple with the information screen you can configure as you want. Down below that, separate from the screen, which I love, is you've got a climate control system, so you're not having to go into screens to do it. Pumping out absolutely ice cold air, by the way. Heated, ventilated seats, again, all working perfectly. But it's just the detailing, it's the labelling, it's all just so interesting but beautifully done. You know you're in something very, very high quality when you sat in the car, operating it, touching it, pressing buttons. You know, whatever you do, nothing feels cheap. It just feels beautifully done. The one little knob down here, which I have not touched on yet, is basically the engine has 3 different modes for performance. It pretty much defaults into normal mode every time you get in. If I push it to the left or twist to the left, I'm in eco mode, so it feels softer on the throttle pedal, less keen to get up and go. Push a button down, back into normal mode, but twist it to the right, and I'm in sport mode, and you can feel a distinct difference in the way the car picks up and performs. It is that noticeable. And you also get this lovely rev counter magically appears with different backlighting in the display in front. Really nicely done. It's not only is it a lovely car to drive, own, but it's a thoroughly interesting one as well. But also happens to be by far and away, the most reliable, best built car in its class. And I can't fault it. It drives absolutely perfectly.